What's going on, everybody? I'm Jamal Bandy with Prescribed Truth, where I seek to distribute the truth that the doctor prescribes to the church and the world today. Look what I got in the mail. Ooh, this is worth messing up my camera for. Confronting Injustice Without Compromising Truth by Thaddeus J. Williams. 12 questions Christians should ask about social justice. Boom, got my copy in the mail today. You can pre-order this book on Amazon right now, and you need to do so. Look, for $22.99, you can pre-order, price guarantee, and then you got the $11.99 Kindle version. And so, guys, get this. You need to get this. Mr. Williams, when he reached out to me and asked me to basically endorse his book, yes, this book is endorsed by yours truly. I was honored that I was able to read this, and you know what? Let me just give you a sample here. I got to. So what stuck out to me the most when I was reading this is the part about sinners or systems. You see, I've been talking about this on this channel since we've been dealing with social justice issues, like this misconception that it's racist systems when the issue should be individuals, right? Sinners. And so let's look at this. On page 79, under the disparity question, it says, if we infuse the term systemic and injustice with biblical meaning, then systemic injustice is any system that either requires or encourages those within the system to break the moral laws God revealed for his creatures' flourishing. Darius and Nebuchadnezzar set up systems that required citizens to self-destructively break the first commandment to have no gods before God. A systemic injustice. The imperial cult, hold on, let me flip this page. The imperial cult of the New Testament era did the same thing when the Romans legislated the lordship of Caesar over Christ. Systemic injustice, a system that encourages Christians to do things that are contrary to the moral law of God. Nations that worshipped Molech, the god of fire, had laws that permitted child sacrifice, much like abortion laws. Sorry, I got a little excited with that one. Sorry. Nations that worshipped Molech, the god of fire, had laws that permitted child sacrifice, much like abortion laws in today's world, which formed unjust systems. You want to talk about real systemic injustice? Woo! These laws encourage the breaking of the sixth commandment. You shall not murder. Systemic injustice is any system that requires or encourages us to defy the Creator by breaking his good commands. That is the implicit biblical definition that empowered Frederick Douglass and Sojourner Truth to subvert the systems of American slavery. Sophie Scholl and Dietrich Bonhoeffer to resist the systems of Nazism. But that is not the way social justice B defines systemic injustice. See, he puts them in categories: social justice A and social justice B. So he's saying this is not how social justice B defines it. If we can't tell the difference between these definitions and their implications, then we may think we are doing justice for the oppressed. This is what our beloved social justice Christian brothers find themselves at. They can't tell the difference. For some reason, they can't tell the difference. Then they think they are doing justice for the oppressed when we are really doing the bidding of political ideologues. Huh. I'm gonna continue to read just a little more, guys. See, I mean, look, I'm reading to y'all, and I'm just getting drawn back into it again. Like, this is so good. He says, if we go with social justice B definition, then these are real world scenarios that count as systemic injustice. One, in California's Silicon Valley, women make up a mere 15.67% of tech jobs at tech giants Apple, Google, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Yahoo. On the New Jersey Turnpike, black drivers receive nearly twice as many speeding tickets as white drivers. Hey, some people are getting let go, some people are not. Hey, that's a real issue if we take social justice B definition. Mortgage lenders rejected twice as many blacks as whites for home loans, 44.6% compared with 22.3% according to data from a 2000 U.S. Commission on Civil Rights report. Not noting why they were refused, but the fact that they were refused. That's all. But hey, that's social justice B definition. And he goes on, examples like this abound. From a social justice B perspective, the way you spot systemic injustice is by looking for unequal outcomes. That's it. An unequal outcome becomes damning evidence that sexism, racism, or some other evilism is at the foundation of a system. The system, therefore, must be reduced to rubble for everyone to have a fair shot at the good life. Social justice B thinking follows a straightforward equation. Disparity equals discrimination. Whew. Guys, confronting injustice without compromising that prescribed truth that the doctor prescribes to the church and the world today. Guys, go and get this book. Pre-order it. Pre-order this book, guys. All right. But man, Thaddeus Williams is on point. So anyway, that's all I want to say, guys. I got this in the mail. I endorsed this book, and this is good. It got a forward in here by John M. Perkins. If that portion that I read for you don't get you fired up about wanting to get the truth, getting the real distinction between what we've been saying this whole time and the real argument, I don't know what to say. I don't know what more to say. But one thing's for sure. This world is full of errors. But the only thing the doctor prescribes is truth. Blessings.